After moving on from round 1 against the Clippers, the Nuggets in Oklahoma now take on the Thunder for round 2. It's a big game. Can they get the job done? Let's find out. You're watching CS 105.1, where I talk about sports with good vibes. Let's get it. How's it going, everyone, and welcome. I'm CS Chandler, here for another take of Nuggets basketball. I'm in a good mood tonight, everyone. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in a good mood. You know why? Because 2 things happened tonight. Actually, technically 3. So, 1, the Celtics freaking lost. Let's freaking go. I love it. I love it so much. I can't get enough of it. The Celtics losing. Even if it is just 1 game, I love just that sound, you know, the sounds of Celtics losing. Celtics losing. I can't get enough of it. The other thing is they lost by the Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Orange and blue skies, everyone. Love that. Brunson and I think Brunson hit it was Anunoby who hit the final 3, and then they Celtics couldn't complete the tie. They were in overtime, and the Celtics couldn't complete, and the Knicks sent them home. Took away home court advantage. Pacers took away the Cavaliers' home court advantage yesterday, and then now the Knicks, and then the bigger thing that is why I am so happy. So, let's get to tonight's game. The Nuggets taking on Oklahoma City for round 2, the Western Conference Semifinals. The starting lineup is our usual starting lineup. Nikola Jokić, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr. The Nuggets were wearing their white jerseys, and if you have not been paying attention, these white jerseys, I believe, are kind of cursed. At least they were until today. I mean, I guess kind of if you look back at that game 4 against the Clippers, maybe they aren't so cursed, but the OKC were in their black jerseys, and the Nuggets freaking won, everyone. Oh my God, the Nuggets freaking won game 1. They stole home court advantage from the best team in the league. This is why you don't count out the underdog, everyone. This is why you don't count out the Nuggets specifically. All of media's been doing it since day 1. Even when we won the chip, they still were putting us down. Even last year, after we won the chip, they were putting us down. And then when we got sent home, they thought that they were justified in putting us down. And then this whole season, they were saying that we weren't relevant anymore. But here we are in round 2, the semi-conference finals. And we got a win against the best team. Let's freaking go, Nuggets. Oh my God. This is such an amazing win. Like, this gave me so much hope. Like, do you believe, Nuggets Nation? I believe. Holy cow. The final score, 121 to 119. It came down to possessions. Like, single possessions. It was like the last 18 seconds. Back and forth until finally the Nuggets pulled ahead and got the win, and OKC couldn't convert. Oh, this feels so good. Also, just hearing that as well, OKC losing. We gave them their first loss this postseason. That's right. We ain't the Grizzlies, OKC. We are not the Grizzlies. You can take your 4-sweep asses out of here now. Anyone else who thinks that we were going to win, you can stay. you can say you have a little bit more respect for us, but everyone else who thought you were going to sweep us, you can take your ass home now. Oh my God. So freaking happy. So freaking happy. Let's go Nuggets. Okay, let's get into this game. All right, what happened? Let's break it down. First quarter, OKC actually controlled the tip, and Hartenstein misses a dunk. He was trying to, be powerful and show off and everything, and then he missed the dunk, bounced out. And Jokić goes in for a floater for the first points of the game. If it wouldn't be some kind of foreshadowing, if you will. Because Jokić, when I get to the stats, you're going to know he had a monster game tonight, everyone. He had a huge game. And there was a lot going on here. So he gets the first points of the game. Murray, on a second chance from poking the ball away from Chet, sinks a three. Murray then also sends it down court to Jokić, who fakes out SGA and a floater over Chet. Phenomenal play. Anytime you fake out SGA or you do something that makes SGA look like a fool, I freaking love it. Same thing with Chet. Same thing with Hartenstein. Like, entire freaking squad of OKC, I cannot stand. So, and anytime you make them look like idiots, I freaking love it. And it really sucks because I actually really loved Hartenstein last season. Loved him because he was a Knick. He's not a Knick anymore. And OKC made him kind of a douche. He's kind of a douche now. Not gonna lie. He's kind of a douche. Same thing with Caruso. Caruso was awesome when he was with the Bulls. Not anymore. He's dead to me now. He's completely dead to me. Especially in this game. He was so annoying in this game. So Jokić gets the floater over Chet. And then SJ on the other end gets an easy floater. Like, he made it look so easy. He just up and no one really like, they're all trying to defend him, but he's just kind of like floating through the air, getting in there. So I mean, like, when SGA does that kind of stuff, I get why he can be considered a good player. What I don't agree with and what I don't like is that he is the free throw merchant of all free throw merchants. So let's not get ahead of ourselves on the whole MVP thing for SGA, please. He is not the MVP. Y'all don't even have non-SGA minutes. So don't talk to me about MVP for SGA. Jokić then sinks a floater, and Thunder take the first timeout of the game. Out of the break, Thunder aren't able to convert any points as AG on the other end gets a layup for Nuggets to go up by 5. And just remember AG here, because he is going to be pivotal in the final seconds of this game. SGA then goes to the line, but Murray responds with a 3. Russ then checks in and gets a jump back to get Nuggets lead up to 8. And then Thunder go on a 4-0 run, completed with Murray getting the ball poked out by AC, and then AC an uncontested layup that forces Nuggets to take a timeout. For anyone who doesn't understand the acronym of AC, that is Alex Caruso. So I will be referring to him as AC now and then. But essentially, Caruso, who, like I told you before, he was a menace tonight. He pokes the ball out from Murray's pass there, or who tried to pass it, and then he gets an easy layup. It was really stupid. And then out of the break, Russ bricks an air ball, because Russ is that kind of guy who will give you awesome plays, and then he can also take away those awesome plays. And this was kind of where he was taking it away from you. So he gets an air ball in, and then Chet ties the game on a layup. SJ then gets a mid to get OKC up by 2. Russ pushes off of Chet and gets the bucket to tie the game back up. OKC, though, wins the first 27-26, only by 1 point. They win the first. Second quarter, Nuggets, with the non-Jokić minutes, opt for a lineup of Strother, Russ, AG, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, and Peyton Watson, P. Watt. As Russ, with a miss, on the other end, Wallace gets fouled and goes to the line, makes both of them for the first points of that quarter. And Wallace was also a menace and a nuisance and an annoying little gnat, if you will. Followed by AC Caruso sinking the three. Then Wallace goes for a layup, gets the bucket plus the foul for Thunder to gain a 9-point lead. It was a horrible start to the second quarter. And actually the second quarter was really the worst quarter out of all of them for the Nuggets. So they get a 9-point lead. Finally, Murray gets the Nuggets on the board with a jump back. Then Jokić checks in at the 8:17 mark, a little earlier than he normally checks in. Strother splits defenders for a layup to get the lead down to 7. And then Caruso sinks a 3 to get the lead to 10. Nuggets turn over the ball for the 8th time. Dort sinks a 3 to get the Thunder first to 50. There was a lot of horrible Nuggets turnovers in this game. Like, I'm not even joking here. Like, you see these turnovers and you are questioning how we even won the game. But that is because the Nuggets have grit and they do not stop and they do not give up even when they make bad calls. And that's kind of like life, right? You make horrible calls, but you stick with it. You try to overcorrect, or you try to correct what you did wrong, and that's kind of what the Nuggets have done here. So they turn the ball over for the 8th time. Dort gets them the OKC to 50 first. AG with the poster. So AG on a fast break posterizes Chet Holmgren, plus gets the foul. It was phenomenal. If you haven't looked at it, look at this play. AG straight up posterizes Chet Holmgren. I freaking love that. Send that bag of bones down, man. That skeleton man, that Neanderthal-looking skeleton man got posterized by the dog AG. Let's go. Jokić then draws an offensive charge on Hartenstein, and then on the other end draws a foul at the arc as OKC fans hypocritically boo. The OKC fans tonight were so hypocritical of Jokić tonight. They were booing him when he was drawing fouls. Like, OKC, I hope there's some OKC fans in general watching my show right now, because I would love to talk to you specifically. Do you understand who your point guard is? Do you understand what SGA really is? He's the guy who's always drawing fouls. He is always going to the free throw line. He is the free throw line merchant. You can't boo any other player for doing exactly what your guy does. Jokić was just playing the same page from the book that SGA plays from all the time. So don't boo Jokić when you don't like the same medicine given back to you. Murray then with a lob to CB gets the lead to 10, and then Nuggets to 50 finally. OKC wins the second 33-24. OKC on top into the half 60-50. Third quarter starts. Nuggets start the quarter off with Caruso stealing the ball off of a pass from Murray, and a fast break layup for the first points of the quarter. A horrible start to the quarter. Like, second quarter was horrible, but the third quarter started off horrendously. That is not the way you want to start a quarter off. Jokić then gets the layup, but then turns the ball over on a bad pass to make it an 11 turnovers. Dort gets a wide open three wide open three that AG doesn't even try to contest. Like, when you watch, I was watching AG, because sometimes it's easy to just follow the ball, right, and not look around at the other players. But AG straight up looked at Dort, and there was space between them, everyone. There was space. I don't know why AG wasn't up in Dort's face, trying to close him out, but he gave him so much space that when Dort got the ball, he didn't even try to contest that three. That is an issue. That has been an issue with the Nuggets for this entire season, is those threes. And that is one thing. Like, I get that it's a long season. I get that it's going to be a tough series, but you got to close in on your man so that he can't get the best shot from three. The whole game is a math problem, right? And if you give them an easy three, they're going to go up more than if you're just going up by two. So that was a really bad spot on AG there. But like I said before, they correct what they've done wrong. So we'll get to AG again later on here. Nuggets are forced to take a timeout after this, and then Caruso blocks Jokic's shot as no one on the Nuggets is communicating. Like, there was a complete communication breakdown. No one was warning anyone when Caruso was sneaking up on people. And, like, I don't understand how, because clearly you can see the other guy coming from like a mile away, and yet they're just like, oh, well, I'm sure he gets it. I'm sure he knows. Nope. Because that caused turnovers after turnover, and Caruso I think like 6 or more steals tonight. He was horrible with that. But then CB sinks a big three, and then AG sinks a three to cut the lead to 7. OKC challenges an out-of-bounds call, which was successful. And then Nuggets then challenge an offensive foul on Jokić, who got tied up with Chet Holmgren. And when you watch that, Jokić completely was fouled by Chet. But because these refs love OKC and they tend to give them the benefit of the doubt, they actually kept the decision. So it was an unsuccessful challenge, and Jokić got his 5th foul. Like, it was so stupid. It was really stupid. Like, the reffing tonight, like, and that's just kind of how it's going to be against this team. You have to understand that when you're playing OKC, you are also playing the refs. So that was unfortunate. So Jokić has back-to-back chances for a three. Then after this point as well, misses each three. On the other end, SGA makes a three and is fouled by Murray to go for a 4-point play. Luckily, the one free throw that SGA misses is the one that could have completed a 4-point play. Thank God. Jokić has 3 guys on him then on the other end contesting his shot, and Jokić sticks with the play and gets the bucket plus the foul, but he can't complete the 3-point play. However, AG gets the rebound and is fouled himself, goes to the line and makes both buckets. So you have basically then on the other end, the Nuggets getting an actual 4-point play with Jokić getting a bucket, and then AG getting fouled and going to the line for 2. That's 4 right there. That's awesome. That's the math problem. You're solving the math problem. They're going 3. Okay, we're going to go 4. Brody charges the rim, gets the layup plus the foul for another chance at a 3-point play, and then he also completes that. Russ was huge tonight, everyone. He was really big, and he has been. He has been so phenomenal for this playoff season right now. I've been loving watching him play and getting fired up and everything. P-Watt gets a steal but can't convert the points as Caruso gets a wide open 3 again. It was a great defensive play with Peyton Watson, but the closeout on it was horrible. Like, you got to close those things out, and if not, and if you aren't confident, you got to give it to someone else, pass the rock. And that's actually what he should have done. He should have noticed that he had too many defenders on him. He couldn't complete the or close out the play there. Nuggets get several stops at the end, including a block from Peyton Watson as well. and then a steal from Brody, and then another steal from CB. However, that each one of those, they're not able to close out and draw points from them, but they're still good defensive plays. And I wanted to point that out, that they had good defensive plays, because I've been watching a lot of media lately. I've been watching how everyone's covering these games, and everyone is so focused on the offensive side. How Harden shouldn't he should have won the round one for the Clippers. Why didn't he show up? He only made 12 points or 9 points in game 7. Like, that's not even giving credit to where credit is due, which was to the defense that Nuggets are playing. Like, we've heard nothing but bad criticism against the Nuggets defense. Then when they actually play something good, now it's not actually their defense, that it's actually the bad offense from the other team. Like, give me a break, man. Nuggets played good defense. Let's take some time to praise their defense occasionally here, okay? So Nuggets actually win the third 35-30, and that was much needed. And then the fourth is where the Nuggets shined, everyone. Nuggets, with the non-Jokić minutes, opt for a lineup of P-Watt, Peyton Watson, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, and Russell Westbrook. OKC starts the quarter off with Caruso sinking a 3 for the first points of the quarter, because why not? Caruso was hot tonight, and it was annoying, but damn it, that's how that quarter started off. However, Peyton Watson then responds with a 3 himself, so it kind of cancels each other out. So we're back to square one. Jokić then checks in at the 9:55 mark. Thunder get the lead back to 10 as David Adelman takes a timeout. And then J-Dub goes to the line and sinks both to get OKC first to 100. Aaron Gordon hits a big 3 once again, cuts that lead back down. Jokić gets fouled by Dort, but then Dort flops. And if you watch it, everyone will tell you that was an actual foul, and that Jokić deserved they call it a flagrant one on him. So they reviewed it and they called the flagrant one on him. But one, it's a reaction to Dort fouling him, and then he gets the result. Like, that's just an indicator right there of how the refs are in the OKC's pocket. Like, come on now. He did not get hurt hard. Plus, we're in the playoffs. We're not in regular season. Like, take your little thin-skinned ass back to the sideline if you can't take a hit from a guy on the court. Like, what are we doing here? So he flops, and he gets rewarded for it, because then Jokić gets this is actually where he gets his 5th foul. The other one was his 4th, so this one is his 5th. Dort goes to the line for 2, and then Chet gets a layup, because if you don't know how flagrant one penalties work, the person who got hurt goes to the line for 2, and then that team gets the possession of the ball after they're done. So that's what happened here, and they made a 4-point play, because he got 2 shots, made them both. Then Chet got the ball, put up a layup, and they got a 4-point play right there. Jokić then finally sinks a 3. He was trying so hard all night, trying to get the 3s. Finally, he gets it in. Cuts the lead to 10. Jamal goes to the line, makes 2, cuts the lead to 8. SGA fouls Jokić, and OKC challenges the call. And it was so funny, because SGA knew he fouled Jokić and immediately tried to stop the coach, Mark Dagnall, from actually issuing a challenge. But he was responding because the other coaches on the OKC were telling him to challenge it, and he wasn't. SGA didn't get there in time, and so they challenged it, and of course it was unsuccessful, which was amazing. I was so happy about that. And then Yoke goes to the line, sings both free throws, and then AG gets the ball from SGA. It goes to the floor, but then AG can't control the ball until he finally grabs it at the very last second, calls timeout. Amazing play by AG. And then Jokić hits a 3, cuts the lead to 1. That was the big play. That, like, what happens at the very end of this game was a huge play. Don't get me wrong. But it only happened because Jokić cut it to 1. Jokić had this amazing 3, cuts the lead to 1. And then with 12.9 seconds left on the clock, as OKC takes one of 2 timeouts left, SGA is able to fight through the Nuggets defense and then get a running dunk. Gets the lead back to 3. AG gets fouled, makes both free throws as OKC uses their timeouts with 10.7 left on the clock. So now it's back to 1. And then they inbound the ball again. Chet gets the ball. He gets fouled. He goes to the line. And this is where the big play happens. So Chet goes to the line. He misses both free throw shots. CB with the rebound sends it to Russ. Russ sends it to AG, who shoots a 3-point shot. He makes it. He makes the shot. And the Nuggets win the game by 2. Oh my God, that was so amazing. Like, Nuggets actually win the fourth quarter as well, 36-29, a 7-point win for the Nuggets in that quarter. And they held the Thunder under 120. The final score, once again, 121-119, and the Nuggets win. They take away home court advantage from OKC. Let's go, Nuggets. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jeebus. So let's get into stats here, right? So Michael Porter Jr. Oh, which real quick, I just also want to say back again on that hypocritical thing of the OKC. There was actually a moment when Jokić was shooting his free throws where the crowd was chanting "free throw merchant." Like the audacity of OKC fans to chant "free throw merchant" at anyone when you have SGA on your team. Like, get out of here. Get out of here, all of you. I don't care if it's your arena. Get out of here with that hypocrisy. I don't want to even see that. Like, come on now. What are we doing here? Michael Porter Jr., he played 24 minutes tonight. He did not have a great offensive night tonight. He didn't have even a great defensive night tonight. I mean, he only played 24 minutes. Clearly, his shoulder is still bothering him. I mean, I'm sure the more and more you think about it, the more and more he wishes he probably hadn't have turned over that ball in Game 2 against the Clippers, because that was where the whole thing happened, and now it's been an issue since then. And he's defending with one arm, which makes it easier for him to foul people. He's trying to put up shots, which makes it difficult to do and easier to turn over the ball. So he only had 2 points. He had 4 rebounds. He had 1 steal, 1 block. He was 1 for 8 from field, 0 for 3 from 3. He had 1 turnover, 1 personal foul. He was a -15. Aaron Gordon, Mr. Nugget, the savior of the game. He played 39 minutes, 22 points, 14 rebounds, a double-double for Mr. Nugget. 1 assist and 7 for 15 from field, 3 for 6 from 3. One of those threes being the game-winning 3. 5 for 5 from free throws. He had 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls. He was a +16. Nikola Jokić. Okay, now I want you to all pay attention to this stat here. It's insane for a playoff game here. 42 minutes. In those 42 minutes that he played, he had 42 points. That's basically a point a minute. 22 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. He had a 42, 22, and 6 game tonight, everyone. Crazy. Like, he proved right then and there why he deserves the MVP award over SGA. Because SGA did not play as well. And again, OKC doesn't have the non-SGA minutes. You know why? Because the rest of the team can play. If you take away him, they're still going to be a good team. I guarantee you they'd still be in the top 5 seeds in the West. So right there. So he he shot 15 from 29 from field, 2 for 6 from 3, 10 for 13 from free throws. He had 7 turnovers. That's how much he's getting doubled, and that's how much pressure he's getting every single night. He had 7 turnovers. It was really bad. 5 personal fouls, but he was still a plus 10. And then Christian Brown, who also got a double-double. So we had 3 guys tonight in double-double figures, or in double-double stats. Christian Brown played 40 minutes. So he had 11 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. He was 4 for 8 from field, 1 for 4 from 3, 2 for 2 from free throws. He had 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls. He was a plus 15. Jamal Murray, who played the most amount of minutes tonight of any Nugget, played 44 minutes. He had 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. He was 6 for 16 from field, 2 for 7 from 3, 7 for 8 from free throw. He had 4 turnovers and 3 personal fouls. He was a plus 12. And Shaq, actually, if you didn't watch the interview that the NBA or the TNT inside the NBA on TNT guys did, was he gave Jamal actually some heat. He called him out like, you got to step up for the next game. 6 for 16 is not good enough. Even though he still had 21 points, like, he needs to step up more. He should have been making 30 in this game. If you had Murray with a 30 game plus Jokić with a 42 game, we're winning every time in there, you know? Plus Aaron Gordon's points, man. Like, come on now. Russell Westbrook on the bench played 30 minutes. He had 18 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 7 for 13 from field, 1 for 5 from 3, 3 for 5 from free throws. He had 3 turnovers, 5 personal fouls. He was a plus 4. He also had a horrible turnover as well. But that's kind of the experience that you get with Russell Westbrook, and he is very unapologetic about it, and I love that about him. So that's pretty much all the big stats for the individual players really to read out, except for Peyton Watson here. He had 2 steals and 2 blocks. That is awesome. Let's go P-Watt, you know. Keep it up. And then overall stats. So, actually, real quick, just again, as we're trying to praise the defense here. So SGA had 33 and 10, 8. It's still a very good game from SGA. But the rest of the guys here, so Alex Caruso, he had a 20-point game, and he shot how many threes? He had 5 for 9 from the beyond the arc. Caruso did. He was 55% efficiency. He had 7 for 12 from 2, so he was a 58% efficiency there. So those 2 were the biggest hitters tonight. And then the rest of the starters for OKC, you had 14 points for Dort, 12 points for Hartenstein, 12 points for Holmgren, 16 points for J-Dub. Like, Holmgren was the center tonight. And that's kind of how they try to play that. You know, they have Hartenstein as the center, Holmgren as the 4. And when you think of the matchup between the Nuggets and the Clippers, the reason why the Clippers could do so well is that Zubac is a very good defender against Jokić. He is a bigger guy than Hartenstein. He is very active, and he can also make buckets. So normally you're getting close to a triple-double, but like close to a 30-point triple-double with Zubac. With Hartenstein, he had 12, 9, and 1. So he almost got a double-double, but it was a very low one. So not much to worry about there when going against the greatest player in the world right now in Nikola Jokić. So once again, overall stats. So we have 63 rebounds to their 43. That's because Jokic and AG are all, and even Christian Brown are all bigger than them. We have 18 assists to their 27. That's unusual for us. 6 steals to their 12. Just real quick, yeah, Caruso had 5 steals. That's just stupid. Get out of here, Caruso. We had 5 blocks to their 11, which most of those came from Holmgren. And then we shot 44% from field. They shot 42%. We shot 31% from 3. They shot 34%. We shot 81% from free throws. They shot 71%, which was crazy because that you would think they would have a higher percentage than us, given the fact they have SGA and we don't. And yet Holmgren did not shoot well, and neither did J-Dub. He missed a couple as well. So, and then turnovers. We had 18 turnovers. They had 9. That's stupid. We should not have more than double the other team's turnovers. That is crazy, and yet we still won. That shows you something about the grit of this team. We had 21 personal fouls. They had 27. So phenomenal game. A phenomenal game by the Nuggets. You know, at one point I thought of turning it off because it looked like we were going to lose this game. But that just kind of shows you that you need to stay in it. Just as the Nuggets are staying in it, they're not feeling sorry for themselves. They are still playing hard. And that's what I love. When they don't feel sorry for themselves. Because they felt sorry for themselves before, earlier in this season. They've done that before. They just did it for 4 games straight in that 4-game losing streak. Awesome win for them. Glad that they stuck it through. So big takeaways here, right? My bigger takeaways, the first one, I have a couple here. I have a similar takeaway from the Clippers series, which is turnovers. Nuggets need to be better at not turning over the ball, especially with OKC. There's no lucking out with them like they did with the Clippers. It's time to get serious, and the Nuggets need to understand that they aren't facing the same dominant opponent they faced in regular season with OKC. Like, this is a supercharged OKC now with a determination to win, because they lost last season in the second round just as we did, and they took a chip a lot worse than we did, apparently. And so they're on a mission, and we need to understand that, recognize that, and respect that, and not, just think that we're going to get a win because we split the season with them. But I'd also say, in the same breath, stop sleeping on the Nuggets. Stop it. The Nuggets are here. They are very much relevant. They are here, and they have the best player in the world on their team. Let's go, Nuggets. Do you believe? I believe. Also, this was another game this postseason that AG saved the game for the Nuggets. For someone who lost their brother last year, almost a year ago, to now have 2 game-saving plays is phenomenal. I feel so happy and so proud of Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon is him. He is Mr. Nugget, and you put some respect on Mr. So let's go Nuggets. Now the next game is going to be on Wednesday, and that's going to be at 6:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Mountain time, again on TNT. It's not going to be easy. I mean, this one wasn't really easy either. This was very difficult, and this was game 1. But the other thing that I was going to say, that a big takeaway too, is that within game 1, you usually are trying to size up your opponent. Yes, you face each other several times within the regular season, but that all changes in the playoffs because the playoffs are regulated differently. There are things that they let go. And there's a lot more intensity and drive to try to get an advantage over the other. And so there was a lot of that here, trying to size up the other opponent to see what kind of plays they go with, what kind of matchups they deal with. And I hope that the Nuggets took note of how the OKC does their thing, because we need to match their intensity on Wednesday to make sure that they don't make this an even series. We need to hit them hard, especially when we have them down now. And especially if we get them down 2 and then we go to back to the Mile High and we take care of business there, we can finish this sooner rather than later, and then we can get the rest that we need before the Western Conference Finals. I really want the Nuggets not to be sent home this time around in season or in the second round. Let's see that happen, Nuggets. Let's go. Now is the time. So it's going to be a big game. So after Wednesday, then they head back to Denver for 2 games, and then they'll head back to OKC again for Game 5, if that needs to be. But who knows? Maybe we'll think good thoughts, right? Good thoughts. I'm not going to jinx anything, but good thoughts. So the other thing too, I want to say real quick too, is that Greg Popovich, the head coach of the Spurs, recently retired from head coaching. He's not retired completely. He still is going to be working with the Spurs as the president there, and so he's still very much in the Spurs realm. And then their interim coach is stepping in as their head coach, but. Just phenomenal to see Popovich. You know, when you reflect on his career, the winningest coach in NBA history, and 5 championships. You know, over 30 years with the Spurs. No other coach has had that kind of luxury with a team. So they're really glad that he's okay coming back from that stroke. And well done, Coach, on your amazing career. That's pretty much all I got for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. Share it to your friends and family. And you've been listening to CS 105.1, where I talk about sports with good vibes. We'll catch you later.